Hi students, it's a day 4 lecture. Already we calculated a different theory based and numerical based of atoms. What will be its radius? What will be the velocity of electron? What will be the angular velocity of electron? Next, the frequency, time period, kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy. And I'm making a simple format in theory based, numerical based and unit. I represent a tabular formula. So already we calculated radius, the formula, radius, units and numerical base. Whenever we consider numerically, so we will consider numerical based formulas here. And whenever we go for calculations, for the calculations we have a calculated format. So already all we did in the last class. And already I given a question as a homework. In that we calculated the kinetic energy. So they given a one lithium plus plus whose atomic number Z is equals to 3. Next, and we want to define for second orbit. Second orbit means n is equals to 2. And I have given a homework as already we calculated the kinetic energy. The same question you have to calculate the radius, velocity, frequency, time period, kinetic energy and potential energy. Okay, now we will calculate those terms. So whenever we consider lithium, its atomic number is 3 and the second orbit means n is equal to 2. So not only for lithium, we can calculate hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So whatever excuse me, whatever it may be the term and whatever the orbit will be. Maybe first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit. But these formulas are very important. Just remind these formulas. So first we want to calculate the radius. What will be the radius? The value will be 0.53 into 10 to the power of minus 10. Say where n square by z. N square means the value will be a 2. So 2 square will be a 4 divided by z. So we get 4 by 3. Okay. Similarly, for time period, the value will be a 2.18 into 10 to the power of 6. And what is the value of z? 3 divided by 2. So this is the value of time period. And if you want to calculate the angular velocity, that's a velocity and angular velocity 4.459 into 10 to the power of 16 z square. Z square means 3 square, 9 divided by n cube, 2 cube, it will be a 8. Similarly, for frequency 0.67 into 10 to the power of 16 z square by n cube. Z square means 3 square, 9 divided by n cube, 2 cube, it will be a 8. And next time period 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 16 n cube. So n cube means 2 cube, 8 divided by z square, 3 square will be a 9. In the same way, kinetic energy 13.6 into z square. Z square means 3 square, 9 divided by 2 square, 4. And kinetic energy, that's a twice of minus of twice of 13.6 into z square, 9 divided by 4. So these are the terms. Okay, so already I calculated these values. So these values, whenever we consider radius, we get 0.706 into 10 to the power of minus 10 and unit will be a radian. And second one 3.27 into 10 to the power of 6, a unit will be a meter per second. Next 5.01 into 10 to the power of 16 radian per second. Similarly, for frequency, we get 0.753 into 10 to the power of 16 frequency, it will be a hertz. Next time period, 1.3433 into 10 to the power of minus 16 seconds. And kinetic energy already we calculated as a 30.6 electron volt. And if you multiply it with minus 2, we get minus 61.2 electron volt. And what will be the total energy? Total energy is nothing but total energy is equals to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Already we calculated the potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy is equals to minus 6.12 electron volt plus kinetic energy 30.6 electron volt. So again we get minus 30.6 electron volt. So we make all the formulas in a simple pattern. So already in the previous lecture we calculated the different terms like radius, velocity, angular velocity, frequency, time period, kinetic energy and potential energy, total energy for both theoretical process, and we have some constants. Based on those constants we get the values as some constant terms. So these formulas are very important to calculate for your further calculations. So even this will be useful for your mains. So this will be a simple pattern. Whenever we remember these formulas, then we can easily calculate these terms and note down these calculations. Next we will go for another concept. So another concept is nothing but, so already we define, Bohr defines that atom, that's whatever the atom we have, each and every electron revolves in a particular orbit. So each and every orbit will have a constant energy level. For already they define K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell. We have a different shells. For every shell they have some constant energy. So next we will calculate for hydrogen, and this will be for very important, and by heart those values. So if you are good in calculation we can easily calculate it. But just whatever we did, just remember those values. Based on those values, a further calculation will be easy for your MSET or mains or NET competitive exams.